So the Chief Justice of Ghana, her ladyship, Getrude Torkornoo, she has been removed by the president. So right now, she's no longer a Chief Justice. She's a former Chief Justice. And one person who is very happy about this whole thing is Ama Governor. I'm very sure last night, Ama Governor slept like this.
Oh, good news. Oh, Ghana,
Hey, I'm very sure Ama Governor is the happiest person in Ghana because of this particular news. Now, why was the Chief Justice sacked by the president and why is Ama Governor so happy about it? I have the full gist for you. Happenings from April all the way till yesterday, 1st September 2025.
I'm the Headless YouTuber, this Headless Reactions. Alatiare, Yonko!
So Justice Getrude Torkornoo was sworn in as the Chief Justice of Ghana on 12th June 2023, and that was after Justice Enim Yeboah retired. Now, when this woman was sworn in, people were not happy, especially the NDC people. They were not too happy about it because they had their own reservations about this woman. According to them, when she was a panel member, during the time they were doing the hearing about the election thing, as a panel member, she was usually biased, according to them. She was usually biased towards their lawyer, Chachuchi Kata, and just certain things that she has been doing, they don't like. So that was then. Now, this year, somewhere in April, 3 petitions were submitted against the Chief Justice. Then she was Chief Justice. 3 petitions submitted against her. And it was after these 3 petitions that the president formed a committee and then suspended her. However, let's go through some of the things that she was accused of. One of the things that she was accused of is the misuse of public funds during private travels. According to the reports that came, her ladyship, Getrude Torkornoo, has been cited for disallowed expenditures totaling $30,000 and 252,338 Ghana cedis during her foreign travels in 2023. According to a report that came, the Chief Justice embarked on 2 private vacations, one to Arusha in Tanzania, which was on the 2nd to the 10th of September 2023, and another to the United States of America on the 16th to 25th September 2023, but failed to travel with her officially assigned security detail as required by law. So that means she took a private vacation. Instead, she was accompanied by her husband, Mr. Francis Kofi Torkornoo, and her daughter, Miss Edem Sarah Amiga Torkornoo. The audit further reveals that Miss Edem, which is her daughter's travel expenses, were significantly higher than necessary, with her ticket costing 109,428 Ghana cedis for a ticket, exceeding even the Chief Justice's own travel cost, which was 9,552 Ghana cedis. These actions directly breach Section B, 1 and 2 of the Policy on Foreign Travels for Head of the Judiciary, which mandates that personal travels are undertaken with security personnel only. Also, other reports were saying that in 2023, Chief Justice traveled to USA with her daughter instead of her security. And this is the same thing I've just said. And the travel was unofficial and a private travel. Her daughter received $10,000 per diem. Her flight ticket was over 100,000 Ghana cedis. And because of these were some of the things. And because of that time, Ama Governor, as soon as she saw this news, now she said,
Pampana, come and see, oh, come and see.
Hey, Ama Governor said, come and see. This same woman that when somebody went to write some petition to the General Legal Council that I shouldn't be accepted into, I shouldn't be called to the bar, and this woman went to stand at Gimpa. She was giving a speech and she was telling people that me, my behavior, there are certain things that you do that you don't expect to be called to the bar, and she's doing this one. Pampana, come and see you.
Has behaved in a certain way, we say we cannot call the person to the bar. I was surprised at the furor that rose up concerning the call to the bar of certain people. And I thought, like, seriously, this is proper conduct for the legal sector? That's interesting. Anyway, so for you to come into our space and to come into the space of the legal sector, your conduct cannot be obscene and offensive, and you expect that you'll be admitted. It doesn't work like that.
So, Ama Governor was very happy back then. And since then, I say, anytime anything happens around the Chief Justice, then she's happy and very excited. Now, when these petitions, 3 petitions were submitted against the Chief Justice, the then Chief Justice, Madam Getrude Torkornoo, the president formed a committee and then suspended the Chief Justice. Now, this committee had 5 people: Justice Gabriel Scott Poaman, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court as the chairman. Also, Justice Samuel Kwame Edu, also a Justice of the Supreme Court. Daniel Yao Domevlo, the former Auditor General. Also, Major Flora Dalugo from the Ghana Armed Forces. And then Professor James Jisa, an associate professor of the University of Ghana. Now, this is in pursuant of Article 146 of the Constitution. And according to that article, when a petition is brought against, let's say, a Chief Justice like this now, you have to forward it to the Council of State for the Council of State to see and then advise. And then they will form a committee to look into the case. However, when the president forwarded the thing to the Council of State and then the prima facie was brought and then they formed the committee, Madam Torkornoo went to court. A number of times. The first court that they went to, they challenged the whole process that the president needs to establish that prima facie himself. It's not the Council of State that's supposed to do it. It's the president that's supposed to do it. That is, if they bring the petition to you now, you have to see it and see that, okay, this petition that they have brought, I see that it has some level of truth in it, so let's proceed, or something like that. And with that, it's the president who is supposed to do it. And also, the Chief Justice, they need to give the petition or allow the Chief Justice or whoever the petition is against to respond before they even form the committee. So as soon as they did that, the president said, "Oh, no problem. Oh, this is the petition against you." And then the Chief Justice responded, and then they went forward to forming this committee. Now, when they formed the committee, they went to court again. Chief Justice went to court. She says she's been unfairly treated, that she's not being given a fair hearing. Also, the work of the committee should be declared null and void because it's going against the Constitution and also her fundamental human rights. And when she took this to court, she just said that they want her to resign. And all these things, it's like they are pressuring her, they are forcing her to go to do certain things against her will, and it's against the Constitution and also against her human rights.
I have also received threats and veiled threats to the effect that if I fail to resign or retire voluntarily, I will be made to suffer some harm or the other.
The place where they are even doing the committee hearing and things is a place that is traumatizing to her because that's where former judges sentence death like plots against them. So it's traumatizing to her.
The Edu Lodge facility that the hearings are being conducted in featured very prominently in the planning of the murder of judges on June 30th, 1981. And this can be read about in the special investigative report on that terrible event in our nation's history. It will be recalled that there was a Major Samakwa, a military officer who was killed with the 3 High Court justices, who was the director of human resource of GEHOC. He was my uncle and my guardian when I entered the University of Ghana in September 1980. I was also living with him at the time he was abducted and murdered. Was Edu Lodge chosen for my inquiry to make me feel insecure? I think so. And I continue to hold the view that there's no reason why a judicial hearing is being conducted behind the high walls of Edu Lodge.
Now, this case was dismissed. And then they went to court again. This time, she went to the High Court for judicial review. And that one too was also dismissed by the High Court. And then she went to the ECOWAS courts. And it was at this point that Ama Governor said,
Hey, this same justice system that was being biased to me and was treating me unfair, and this woman was supporting them, all of a sudden now she doesn't trust the Ghana legal system again. She's going to ECOWAS.
Ama Governor, if you read her tweets throughout this entire process, you see that the way she's excited. Now, yesterday, 1st September 2025, the committee that was formed, the Article 146 committee, they submitted their first report. It was three petitions, but this is only one that has come out. The other two, they are not out yet. Now, this one, the president received this morning the first report of the Article 146 Committee of Inquiry, which is probing 3 petitions seeking the removal of Chief Justice Getrude Torkornoo. Presenting the report at a brief ceremony at the presidency, the committee chair, Justice Gabriel Poorman, said the panel conducted its work in camera, in line with Article 146(7) and 8, and refrained from public commentary despite blatant false statements made about members of the committee and our work. That's what the man said. That they did it in camera. It's not like they did it in public for everybody to see. It's not like they did it in private. That is only them. You, the accused, no, they will call you. You will bring your people. You will bring your witnesses. And then the person who submitted the petition will also bring his witnesses and whatever. In-camera proceedings are not the same as in secret, he noted, explaining that limited procedural details could be shared without disclosing the substance. On the first petition, filed by Mr. Daniel Ofori, the committee heard evidence from 13 witnesses on behalf of the petitioner. The Chief Justice, who also testified and was cross-examined, called 12 witnesses, including experts. In all, the panel received about 10,000 pages of documentary exhibits from both sides. 10,000 pages. Hey. Each side was represented by 4 lawyers. It's not small. After critical and dispassionate examination and assessment of all the evidence, including the expert evidence against the provisions of the Constitution and the relevant laws, we have, without fear or favor, arrived at a recommendation of the first petition. So this is the first petition that has come. And this is what the chairman said after handing the recommendation to the president in a sealed envelope. Now, the chair disclosed that the second petitioner, as well as the Chief Justice, requested an adjournment of the second petition, which the committee granted. Accordingly, we shall be reporting on the second and third petitions in due time. Now, according to the Constitution, the president is supposed to go according to what the committee has recommended. And so a few hours after the petition or the report was submitted to the president, this came out from the presidency. President Mahama removes Chief Justice Getrude Torkornoo from office. So that means first petition and the second and third hasn't come yet, but upon reading the things in the first petition and looking at everything, say, nah, I have to remove this lady. President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Article 146(9) of the 1992 Constitution, removed the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Justice Getrude Torkornoo from office with immediate effect. This follows receipt of the report of the committee constituted under Article 146(6) to inquire into a petition submitted by a Ghanaian citizen, Mr. Daniel Ofori. After considering the petition and the evidence, the committee found that the grounds of stated misbehavior under Article 146(1) had been established and recommended her removal from office. Under Article 146(9), the president is required to act in accordance with the committee's recommendation. And so the president announced that he has removed the woman. And as soon as this news was made public, Ama Governor on her Twitter, I don't know where she got the memes. She came to write, mood for the day. Charlie, where the party day? Are they overly ready? Hashtag, all your enemies will be crushed before your very eyes. And then posted a video, just a dancing video of someone dance.
Oja.
Now, Ama Governor's case, you know, someone submitted anonymously, against her. I did videos about it. Submitted some petition against her that she shouldn't be called to the bar because she has nose ring, and her some of the things that she's talking about on social media, and her demeanor on social media, and the things she's saying, and the way she's advocating for certain things on social media, it goes against the fabric of law. So as a lawyer, you shouldn't be allowed to do certain things, and because of that, she's coming to stain the legal system. So they shouldn't allow her to enter the bar. And Madam Torkornoo actually supported the whole thing. She supported it. So right now that the whole thing is going against her right now, Ama Governor is happy. And so Ama Governor 1, Getrude Torkornoo nail. Game over. And then hashtag, she who laughs last, laughs best. And this one too, another meme. Just say, Ama Governor was just dropping. And then she came and said, not to my powerful enemies. Yeah, right. She was called to the bar, I think last year or so. Yeah, she was called to the bar finally after being rejected or being tossing her plenty. She was called to the bar. Not to my powerful enemies. Try me at risk of losing your one advantage, at the risk of national embarrassment, at the risk of making history as the first to be removed for the very grounds you tried to paint a picture I was guilty of. You will fail massively. Ask Madam. She posted this one too. And then she came back and said that, not to my anonymous Ghana Legal Council, General Legal Council petitioner, aka Concerned Citizens of Ghana, H.E Siduri. And here is some free legal advice from your favorite lawyer. The former CJ, who is now only a lawyer, can have her legal license taken away for probably the same grounds on which she was removed as CJ. Food for thought. So the thing that you did, the misconduct, there are certain things that as a lawyer, if you do and you're found guilty, you can be, disbarred, something like that. You get it? And then the fact that she has been found guilty of whatever, the committee is saying that whatever misconduct that she did, she's guilty of it, and because of that, the president has sacked her from being the Chief Justice. That same thing can be applied, and then her legal license can be revoked or removed, taken away from her. You understand? And this one, people were asking that, why? Are you going to kill her or what? And Ama Governor said, oh, please, this one is the law. It's not me. Oh, boss, never that. But if I could survive her attempt to keep me from becoming a lawyer, she can survive all attempts to take away her legal license as a lawyer. But in license, dear, then for collect time, technical prowess is insufficient. And then she posted some articles over here. A lawyer who has been guilty of grave misconduct is in a professional respect, including any conduct which, in pursuance of rules made by the General Legal Council under this part, is to be treated as grave misconduct in a professional respect, shall be liable, 1, or A, to have his name struck off the roll of lawyers. B, to be prohibited from practicing as a lawyer for a period specified in the order suspending him. And then she posted section 16A, erasure from roll on conviction of certain offenses. The General Legal Council may direct the Judicial Secretary to strike off the roll of lawyers without the holding of a disciplinary inquiry, the name of any lawyer who has been convicted of an offense involving dishonest or moral turpitude, and the Judicial Secretary shall comply with any such direction. So according to Ama Governor there, that since she has been found guilty and she has been removed from the Supreme Court, they can take her legal license too. And that's what she's calling for. So let's hope and pray. Hey, let's hope and pray, please. So let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen. But then this is the reason why the Chief Justice has been sacked by the president. Share your views in the comment section. Let me know what you think about all this. Very interesting times ahead.
And no. Watch other videos on this channel. Tell somebody about Headless. Yeah, heading. Yapon.